Staying on Charlamagne and politics, brilliant idiots just recently, the one that just passed, Andrew had to leave about an hour in. You know, he just had a new baby, so he had to go, long story short.
Paternity.
And
Shout
then
out to new baby.
Charlamagne and Chris. I mean, to be fair, Reddit is like the worst place where most people are voicing
sometimes
complaints. Sometimes it's really positive though. But voicing complaints, that is the place to do it at Reddit. But they were kind of killing that episode too. And they were just pretty much mad that Charlamagne and Chris were going like straight political. They just had like an elongated political
toward
talk.
that back half.
Toward that back half about Kamala Harris and all that other shit.
But was it a cool political conversation?
I didn't think it was that bad. But I thought it was just, I started laughing. How did you feel about it?
I always enjoy Chris. Like whenever Chris comes on with his expertise, like he never does bad. It always
because when people were pretty much they were like mad at like their talking points, I was laughing because I'm like, it's just two old niggas having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Bro?
Girl dance.
What did Chris say? Chris said, "I remember the first mass shooter. Do you remember that? They reminiscing on old people shit. Like, I was like, this is not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I enjoyed it because it was the first time in a while that we heard Chris in long form.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, dead ass.
Where he was like carrying.
It's like a blast from the past.
This nigga, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
he did way better than Julian.
Oh yeah. That's gonna happen though. That's gonna happen though.
For sure.
But then it's like Chris is so set in his like ideologies and his thoughts, like. But he's also objective about it because he said some objective shit where it's like, oh, I thought to give him a chance until like the coup happened, and then I was like, oh, I know who this guy is, and then like you know what I'm saying when he was talking about Trump, but he was so like locked in. I was like, I like you, Chris, because you play your side and you tell your side, and you, nigga, I'm on this side.
Would y'all watch Charlamagne and Chris tag team interview a politician?
Oh, no questions asked.
Yeah, I feel like that would probably be fire.
For sure.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because, you know, Charlamagne can bring that entertainment value and, you know, he's going to ask questions.
Why don't they do that?
Well, I mean, Chris...
He probably don't.
Chris doesn't want to be an 8
Yeah, I'm about to say, that's too much work for Chris.
He ain't trying to do that shit.
That nigga
It looked like if the lights are too bright in the room, Chris can't really see shit.
Yeah, for real.
I hear y'all, but continue. I'll jump in. But that was like, it was just funny that niggas were complaining, and I definitely thought there was like a moment, but it didn't bother me just because it's like we know these people, like by listening for so long. I'm like, bro, they're literally just having old head conversation. Like, nigga, me and Lauren be in here talking about, nigga, you remember in college? Like, they were having that
conversation
as if on a 50-year-old level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like they were just talking about different shit, and I was just like, this is whatever. Charlamagne repeating the same points over and over again. This is what the nigga does. You know what I'm saying?
That's what old heads do.
That's what old heads do, bro. This ain't crazy. They talking about, you remember what the year I remember the first mass shooter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this is some old nigga convos, but it was straight to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much they relate, even though, like, what's the age gap between them two?
I don't know how old Chris is.
Chris got to be older. He's definitely
You think he's got
older.
him by 10 years?
That's what I thought, like 50 at least.
Charlamagne's only 45, so...
Y'all saying
Chris in his 50s.
Chris cannot look that great.
I don't think he's more than...
Chris got to be.
That means that nigga, that nigga look...
No, that's not the same Chris.
I think they both got their prostates checked around the same time, though, so that might be some type of indication, a barometer. It might be around...
I think you
I'm going to give Chris 52.
I don't think more than 7. That's why
7 years older?
Yeah, which is 52. Like, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I don't...
I think they're like 5 years apart, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think it's more than...
here.
You know, got his birthday on
Who
there.
knows?
Shout out to the Chris Morrow.
Yeah, OG in the game.
OG for sure.
Yeah, but yes, and then what else did I bring that up for? I brought that up for another reason. Was there anything else about the episode?
Maybe the Andrew Schulz throwback stuff? I don't know.
No, that's a whole different segment.
Okay.
Was I gonna roll that into?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering, because Andrew Schulz did leave, but
I did. Yeah, we were talking about Chris too. So yeah, it made me want to go back into history. This, speaking about the act point again, like this is another one of the, you know, like the whole exorcism of Andrew Schulz, the downfall of Flagrant. It's just like that's all I fucking see, bro. And it's
There's
just
a lot more new videos about those.
Nigga, I've been telling y'all like the last 2 weeks. It's not even like. It's not even a little bit. It's like we all decided. We've had these conversations already, though.
We have, for
That's
sure.
why it's so funny, because I'm like, nigga, the last 2 weeks, I'm getting a new video every day. And these videos have 100,000, 50,000 plus. Like they're up there, they're doing some documentary style. They're all naming them the same, the downfall of whatever. But long story
Andrew
short,
Schulz.
But
I've
that's
seen
what
those a bunch.
and that's what happens when people are late. Is usually a big ass barrage of niggas doing all the same thing.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about this podcast cringe, too lazy to try.
Yeah.
And like, you know.
but that's what made me
Get some skin in
want to jump in that algorithm. You understand, Schultz. But we can't do that because we've already burnt that topic out. We need to go back in the time, and I think we need to listen to parts of the alt-right Andy exorcism because I was like, wow, I forgot.
good.
Bro, I forgot about these.
classic.
These
Yeah.
were the moments, bro. This shit.
Yeah.
This is what.
Yeah.
This is
why-
why we bought into this bitch.
Literally,
You know what I'm
this is
saying?
literally the type of shit that we watched the podcast for back in the day.
Nigga, this
Not
is what we
just
was
even beefing, but just what this era was.
And it's funny that you say that because there's like a moment that I put in here, like Chris is saying what the expectation is coming here. Like, this is why no, you come here to do this. Let's just play this though. I think this is the
this
first
is-
initial
That's
chat.
the first one, yeah.
Don't fucking let him off the hook with this. Stop protecting him.
So bad. This
Stop
podcast
protecting
has been
him.
Shit.
Stop protecting him.
This we're being honest. This
you
we're being
getting
honest.
defensive
This is why the
now.
podcast has been shit the past few
defensive
months.
now.
Because Andrew just likes to argue. Andrew is a contrarian for no reason. He can't
No,
help it.
the
Andrew
podcast-
gets off on being a contrarian. Like, I don't give a shit. I told you,
Yes,
I agree.
I get off on showing both sides to an issue. I get off on
But I
showing
agree with you.
consistency. I get off on showing.
Do you
I
hear
get
that?
off on
I agree with you.
What do we agree on?
He said, if you
I
want
agree
to
with
have a
you.
baby, have a
I'm
baby.
asking you a question. You're avoiding the question because you don't have an answer for it.
No.
And you don't want to
You
be
just
put in
like
a
being a
situation
contrarian.
where it doesn't want
That's
to
why
answer.
people don't like you
You're
no more, so-
defensive.
No,
right
I'm
now,
not.
you're attacking me because you don't have an answer and you don't want to look
I
stupid.
agree with you.
You're afraid of looking like you don't know what's the answer to this
Ask me
question.
the question again. Ask me the question again.
If you think that it is killing,
Okay.
why aren't you
Okay,
in jail?
pause.
I was about to say,
I don't
pause.
know.
There's
Yeah.
context to this. They had a whole debate on.
Yeah.
Can we even say that word?
Let's just baby
Ejectors. I don't know.
baby blasted or something. I don't
Baby,
know.
that's worse. Good
Yeah.
God, baby bless.
I don't know. Baby deletion.
Oh, clipping the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clipping the
That's what
baby.
y'all used yesterday.
Clipping the baby?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That was forever watch
they
the
had
show.
a crazy
Yeah.
debate about clipping the baby. They just essentially ran in circles
Yeah.
for like at least 40 minutes
Because
for probably
this was
an hour.
but this was the end. Just like Charlamagne said, like you've been fucking a podcast. We've had the last couple months, so we were coming
Yeah.
off of like a 3-month period of this. I remember every episode just turned into a 1 hour chasing your tail
Yep.
argument. You know what I'm saying?
And he was doing it with a lot of the guests too. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but with certain
He
guests,
was.
especially
For sure,
What
for
was
sure.
her name? Angela Rye.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had that moment where he
That
had to
was one of
apologize.
the.
Then
that
there was that other chick that I put in there that they forced him to apologize to.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was right.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
that
her.
black
No,
girl.
that wasn't Angela Rye.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, we gonna watch that later.
Yeah, we will. But let's go to the next time marker that I have for this.
I got you. One moment.
Brilliant idiots.
But bruh, I haven't heard them go at it like this in so long, bruh. I was like, damn, nigga, I forgot how hype that shit used to get me.
It's two niggas with their fathers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
two fathers now.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
That's a fact.
This was
Charlamagne,
No
you're
reason.
avoiding a discussion that you don't have an answer for because you don't want to
There
look
is
silly.
no answer
think
to
there's-
it.
I don't
What is
think
the answer to this discussion?
right.
We don't
Like,
need an
Right
answer.
now, people are listening to this podcast saying, "What are they talking about?" Because there's no answer to this discussion.
Charlamagne,
I'm
Charlamagne.
pro-choice.
Charlamagne, I know you're pro-choice. You can't just say things that are true that have nothing to do with the discussion. Of course you're pro-choice. We want to know how you deal with it. We want to know how you stomach it. We want to know how you handle those emotions that go along
How do
with
I
it.
handle them?
That's a better question.
How do I handle
That's
what
a better
emotions? The
question.
If
emotions
you
do what?
feel something is killing
Right.
and you've admitted to killing 3 things, how do you deal with that
The same
emotionally?
way I deal with killing bugs. The same way I deal with driving down the road and hitting a deer or hitting a dog and killing it. It's really, to us, we look at that as lesser life, right?
Yeah.
So something
Oh,
that
no,
is in your
hippos,
womb that's...
not this one. Sorry, it's the Chris level sets. Because this is
I was
them
about to
going
say
into-
the Democrats close your earlobes. This is
Right.
not Charlamagne.
Yeah, this is the old nigga. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
this-
That wasn't even him for real. That was
Yeah,
somebody
that
else.
wasn't him.
This the God.
I don't know who the fuck that was
Nigga.
speaking just now.
Nah, but he's arguing what they believe in.
Pretty much.
Pro-choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the Charlamagne you knew and loved.
No, but this is some real shit too, though. Another reason I didn't know how to title this. But long story short, this is the flagrant shit, nigga. We saw this 10 years ago,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
7 years ago. It's like some of these things, you know what I'm saying? But let's continue. This is the part that I really wanted to hear.
me up. He explained the situation. I jumped off too fast, and I did it.
But you do realize you're not always right about anything. Those are just your views and your opinions. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable knowing that you may not always be right?
Absolutely. Charlamagne, my goal with this show so often is to prove or to showcase that there are multiple opinions that have rightness to them. Like these people who are against abortion have rightness to them. These people that are pro, like you and I, have rightness to us.
And that's fine.
But truthfully, that should be the secondary goal. The first goal for this show, just be fucking funny and have fun, because that's what people come for.
I'm not a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
I don't tell jokes. I tell the truth.
Yeah.
But Chris, now is the time to tell Andrew everything that we be saying all the time when he's not around, since we're having this intervention.
I understand what Andrew's saying, but I think the point is you got to disengage at a certain point. If Charlamagne's not picking up on what you're saying, or someone,
Yeah, I agree. We can let
it go.
We can stay too long.
Keep
on
it
topic.
moving. That abortion topic. I mean, we're doing like on show prep on the air right now, but like.
No, but
That
this
was a
is
good-
It's fine.
This is a good discussion.
These
It's an
people have
honest
made the Brilliant
discussion.
Idiots podcast popular over the past couple
wasn't
years.
saying we shouldn't. I
They've
like what
shown
we're doing.
concerns, so we need to have the conversation.
And it's important that they see what's going on. And
But don't keep trying to hit the same point
Listen,
a million.
I don't even know what the
different
point
times.
is,
I
'cause I'm not
understand-
against
I understand what you're saying.
but you
So,
think
yeah,
the argument?
pause.
It's not even an argument.
So yeah, this can go on for months, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see, like,
And we would just
that was the
sit-
longest 2 minutes.
Bruh.
and I would just listen to it.
Yo, and it's just like
Crazy.
So yeah, man, it's like the whole show thing. It's really funny just because it's like
This was a pivotal moment, bro.
It's
that's
crazy.
why. That's why with Schulz. That's why it's like that's kind of why I fuck with Schulz too, because I don't like him several times throughout the last 10 years. Like there's moments when I'm just like I can't do this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming back just because the
rebound.
foundation is so strong with like so many years of Brilliant Idiots. Yeah, so what? Flagrants trash right now, nigga. I'll fuck with it again at some point. I know I will. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like, and it's crazy. Yeah, Flagrant is a spinoff of the Brilliant Idiots. Crazy.
Yeah,
But
That's
it's,
what it feels
it's
like.
not
It's
the
in that
same.
same family.
Oh, wait,
spin
It's
spinoff?
not the same.
It's like a spinoff.
But I will say that is an admirable quality about Schulz. It may take a long time to get there,
he'll bring us back though.
but he's shown himself to be able to take accountability once in the past and switch it up a little bit. Like, okay, maybe I was doing a little too much on that.
He should be praised for that. For
No, but there's
accountability?
a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there who can't change their mindset when they're like,
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
even
yeah.
when they get into positions
He's-
of power
he's
and
definitely
stuff like that.
humble
Like,
enough to, check
like you know what I'm
himself.
saying, to actually make a change if need be. But he
Yeah.
might have
I
to come
think
from the right person.
2024 might be a fire year for Flagrant. I ain't gonna lie.
I think he's about to turn up on comedy with the whole family life thing.
Yeah, I think it's really about to be like that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna turn up this year on Flagrant for real because
I want to see his new
there's
special.
two already that are banging, like the Lil Dicky, the Rush joint, and it's like, he was cutting Russ off sometimes, but it wasn't that bad. Like if we're judging it based off what it could be, nigga.
Yeah.
it was it was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, now that kid adds a whole different aspect. It's probably going to bring him back to earth. Like he's like, I don't know who said it, but he's probably going to be funnier.
And he had a 6 month. And let's just say Flagrant's kind of been mid for 6 months. It's nice now. It's like 6 months is more than enough. It's double the amount of time that it took for them to address it on Brilliant Idiots, because I think this was like a 3 month stretch. Double the amount of time. It's his own show. It made me think of like when Chris was like, "Bro, you got to disengage and just kind of keep it pushing."
Going, yeah.
Like it made me think of when he said over to Whitney Cummings, and he was like, "What did he say?" He was like, "No, but we're gonna focus on this now." You remember that moment when he was like,
Yeah,
but no, we're gonna focus on this." Can't nobody tell him shit over there, bro. Nobody can tell him shit. Like it can just be terrible forever over there. But I think he's coming around, man.
I don't know. I feel like they might have like little side conversations that don't really get anywhere too crazy off camera. Like I'm pretty sure Alex has been like, "Yo, like y'all kind of be bullshit."
You think it has to be done publicly for him to even
Feel away
hear
or
it?
embrace it, how to hear it.
I don't know if it has to be done publicly. I just think it has to be. It has to be stated very blatantly.
Is he
in
still
a room
listening?
full of all of his friends and family?
Sorry, is he still listening back to himself?
I don't know. Actually,
Wait, listening back to himself?
yeah, like playing the episode again.
back.
I can't imagine he has the time or the passion to do
That's
that.
the
right
thing. I wonder if he would hear himself on some of his worst occasions. Like, if somebody just chops up a clip, one of these podcast cringe or somebody, you know, maybe chop up all the worst moments
He
and
can't.
send that shit.
He
to him.
literally can't avoid it right now. It's. I can't
it's
avoid
everywhere.
it. I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
sick.
everywhere.
I'm so sick of
everywhere.
seeing this. Y'all niggas are copying and pasting titles too out here on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
What
It's
the
a fact.
fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
that's scandalous. And
Bruh, it's disgusting out here.
Whatever version he's hearing, it's not the version we're hearing.
No.
You know what I mean?
right? Yeah.
And it's-
yeah.
Wait,
and a
what
lot
you
of
mean,
them are
in
just-
public or online?
Online.
Because I was about to say the criticism online he's hearing is the criticism that is
on his couch.
yeah. Not just us, but like just all these videos. Like you would be crazy to not see a bunch of trending videos about you being a terrible person and not watch at least one of them.
I ain't gonna lie though. At that level though, it's really easy to just not look at
care,
comments
yeah.
and just
It
not
is.
do it at all.
But that's not good.
It's not good, but
Not
it's
good.
it's really easy to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just. If you just don't want to do it, you don't have to do it.
Or see them and just completely invalidate them. Like these people don't give a.
It
you know what I'm saying?
depends. It
That's
depends
the
on what
sick-
they're
That's
saying.
the one.
Like, do you
Yeah,
think
that's the
Bert
sickness right
Kreischer should
there.
be
Yeah.
ignoring his comments? I don't.
No, but they can.
Yeah.
Like some people will be there and they just invalidate them. Like that motherfucker's behind a keyboard, blah blah blah. They don't even know like the extent of the investment you have in their show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
It's true,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like legitimate, actual criticism in comments sometimes.
Oh,
A lot of shit
absolutely.
is hating.
Absolutely.
But that's why you can't just be like, I'm not reading none of that shit. They're all just niggas who sit at their keyboard and just hate all day. Because
That's
that's
what
not
they do.
all true. Some niggas are really telling you the truth about yourself.
Yeah.
It happens.
I agree. I just think they do
That's-
exactly that.
That's why I feel
Invalidate.
like you can't just completely ignore them, but you can't give them all the stock in the world. There's a middle ground you gotta.
But maybe he just needs somebody to straight up tell him this. This is the last clip, right?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah, play this. Maybe you just need it like this sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They were just telling this nigga straight up, nigga, this shit ain't it, bruh.
Their opinions.
Does that worry you? Like if you guys are on the same page too much,
No.
it's just going to become
No.
kind of boring.
It's
No.
nothing wrong with
Not
that.
at all. I think. Listen, there's a lot of things we completely agree on, and those episodes are really great too. I think.
I think what you think sounds good doesn't sound good, my brother. That's just the truth to the matter.
That's sure. And
Like
people.
yelling and screaming and
sometimes
No, I don't think that sounds good.
going talking in circles. Like
hit that
that's
X.
not like
No, hit that X so that it can keep
Oh
playing.
yeah, my fault. Good luck. I didn't even realize.
we can
Well,
express
That's-
ideas.
Again, you're saying that that's what I think sounds good. That's not. And if you are interested,
So why does it
if you're
constantly happen?
interested, I'll tell you what I think sounds good.
So why does it constantly happen?
Why do we constantly argue about things?
No, not me. You argue with everybody,
Sure.
including me. You argue
Yeah.
with. There's not been somebody on this show that's come on that you haven't really argued
Well, it's
with.
because we have one angle of people come on the show.
That's not true.
When we have people who I think are more diverse thinkers, I don't argue with them. When Malcolm Gladwell was on the show, I didn't argue with him because I think he's a very diverse thinker.
Or maybe you're afraid of his intellect.
No, I think he's a very diverse and I think he's a very sophisticated thinker, and he doesn't have an agenda with his thinking. And those people that come on and have an agenda with their thinking, I don't.
That kind of played into my theory where it was like, remember you were saying, I was like, maybe he just respects Russ. But then I was like, it is also strange to have such a long list of people you don't respect.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's got to be impossible.
yeah.
If he's arguing with everybody except Malcolm Gladwell, his list of people he don't respect might be really long.
But
I was like, I think it might be longer than we want to admit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And not respect isn't disrespect.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Because,
true.
like, because that
Not
can get a little
respect-
muddy.
Yeah, I don't want to make it seem. Yeah, I feel you.
An
I'm glad you
argument
said
is
that.
a very loose word.
Yeah.
Like, and Charlamagne probably just said that. Like, this is probably like
For
little
heat of the
disagreements we
conversation.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Like,
Well, no, during this time period, it was just like goofy shit. It was just like, it was bad.
This
It was
time period
like,
was bad.
I'm just going against everything.
Yeah.
No matter what. Just specifically during this time period.
When the other person didn't want to play ball. Like, it's
Yeah.
different.
That's the
It's
part.
different when
Right,
I'm
right,
like,
right.
all right, like
That's the
we're
part.
both
Yeah,
in
then
the
it's
spirit to
productive,
really
yeah.
argue about this and it's passionate.
But
But
he's
if
the
I just
only-
keep hounding on you about a point that you half agree with, that I gotta keep defending to a
Ignorant,
nigga that's
yeah.
angry.
But he would
Yeah.
get off on
Yelling.
that back then.
Who?
Like, Schulz, back then when niggas weren't fighting back, he would still dig in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was his thing.
hey,
Yeah, that was his
he
thing.
was a little bit younger. He had some stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, why you say okay like that?
Because I didn't want to pause it because it might have been a reach, but
Right.
actually,
Why you
more I
won't
think about
pause
it,
I felt what you felt. I
pause.
get it.
Yeah, see? Pause.
So, but yeah, that's it, yo. So that was a little flashback of like Bray Idiot's lore. A lot of it could be applied to Flagrant too, but you know, I'm gonna start watching some of these old episodes for sure.
His next special is gonna make or break what I think of him, man.
The next
God
special-
damn, Lord. Why you
I'm
putting those
playing.
expectations
I'm playing,
on?
but I do mean.
I'm not gonna lie, that next special
It's
is
gonna be-
really,
it's
it's really
important.
important.
It's
for him.
important.
Yeah, it is though.
for me. But
It is.
Yeah, I think it's gonna skyrocket. I hope so.
In the jokes or the reach?
Yeah,
Because that doesn't mean the same thing.
In the jokes,
Okay,
I think his reach will skyrocket because I think
Because
his jokes.
he gonna have to reach regardless.
Yeah, but
The
I
reach
think
is
his
huge.
jokes are going to become more palatable for everyone. I hope.
Yeah, I'm interested.
He's just, I feel like he's
I'm
not
just
going to
interested.
rely
I'm
on
interested.
trying to justify fucked up shit.
That's
and
what
like,
I'm
you know, that
saying.
still might
That's
be
what
the
I'm
crutch.
saying.
And that's not a bad like place to come from. Like a lot of comedians try to like do that to a certain extent. But
And when I say palatable, I don't mean not edgy. I just mean like done in a better way where it's not just shock jock.
it's going to be more about him now. We're going to
Yeah.
learn about
Him.
Andrew
Yeah.
Schulz. Before, all we really knew was like his funny ideas about
Yeah.
this type of shit.
For
But
sure.
We're going to
Yeah.
learn about this nigga's personal life
Correct.
in a way we haven't seen.
And
just
he's going to
had
make it
to,
funny. He's going to have to make it funny. And that's what I'm interested in seeing.
And I trust him to be able to do that.
I do
Yeah.
too. I do too.
It's gonna be cool. I try not to put like expectations on like shit like this
I
really
do.
ends up fucking
I'm
shit
putting
up.
expectations. This shit better be on Dave Chappelle level, nigga.
Yeah, it's got to be up there a little bit.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah, it's gotta
I'm
be up
gonna
there.
watch it regardless. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta watch. It's probably gonna be on Netflix.
I'm literally gonna watch it regardless.
I
So
am.
I don't even care what level it is.
Nigga,
I'm going into
I care.
it.
Where,
I care.
where do you
Fuck that.
think it's gonna be? That might be the most hardest part about this.
Oh, like where it's actually gonna release?
Like
if it's gonna be on Netflix or
If
it's
people
just
trust
like
them,
independent.
yeah. If
I
people,
don't know.
That's gonna be
I
funny.
think he
That'd
can
be-
get it.
Only
He can get
time will
Netflix
tell.
again.
Shit, that might be
Independent.
episode 56.
Possibly. That might just be YouTube. Where he might do the
Do
same
it himself.
thing.
Yeah, he might do it himself too. But
Who knows?
nah, I think he got it. He gonna do like a HBO
my
or something
bad.
different,
He should.
something crazy.
But yeah, let's move over to this Troy Ave